2. Never mind, we're already going. All right, here we are. It's episode 26 of the podcast you're listening to right now, which is Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. With us are all of your hosts, starting with
Tanya,
Ryan,
and Tom.
And this is Bill, and we have a guest here.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. A lot of stuff going on right now. We are all in the same room, but it's under 10 people, so we're okay. By the time you hear this, it might be that you have to be like under 2 people, which is a threesome. All right, so anyway.
I keep invading people's 6-foot space. I don't know.
And today, a lot of people have been posting a lot of BS online about things that will protect you. And
I see where you're going with that.
And because of that, Ryan's brought us some stuff today that we don't know anything about. We haven't seen it. And they're Curios, right? I said that right?
Curios, yep.
Curios. And Curios are... Ryan, why don't you tell us what a curio is?
A curio is simply put a curiosity or a unique, occasionally rare item of intriguing nature or design. Often curios have a spiritual or metaphysical quality, providing yet another aspect to their already mysterious nature. So I think what we're going to do tonight is I brought 15 different things that I thought were neat. And I'm just going to pass them around and see if you guys can guess what they are and what they do.
So these are kind of like Lucky Charms,
Kind
right?
of.
Are some for curses? Or some for
They can
like...
be. I'm not going to give too much away until you see what they are.
So we don't know. We can't just say, oh, this is a Lucky Charm. This could be like a curse. That could be like...
that he's unleashing on you.
The monkey's paw.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Absolutely.
That's okay. It's just the
and
heater.
Speaking of Lucky Charms, we normally have food and drinks, but because of coronavirus, we didn't go to the store because there's nothing left. So we did not get anything special to eat or drink, but we were going to have Lucky Charms. So there's that.
But we're not that lucky.
Yeah, so instead, we're just drinking bourbon and
Mountain Dew.
And iced coffee.
and who I've already banned Tom from drinking his iced coffee during it because he keeps swishing it in front of the microphone.
Yeah.
So with that, Ryan, you want to get started and show us some of the
I'm going
goodness?
to start off with an easy one here and let you guys... I'm going to ask you what you think it is. If you can't identify it, just tell me what you feel from it, and then I'll tell you the history behind what it is. All right?
By the way, I do have one question for you, and maybe you don't have to answer this now or later. How much faith do you have in a lot of this stuff? I mean, I know a lot of it is a bit of folklore, but is there a bit of a,
With the stuff that I practice, it really depends on the item. Some of it in here, I threw a couple in there that are just crap. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are.
This is your shoe.
And then I actually have some in there that have some really rich history, and so we'll just see what you guys get.
Cool.
Okay?
and these are all things that you sell in your store?
A lot of these things I do sell in the store, but there are a few that I do not sell, just because they're my personal collection.
Oh, okay.
So here's the first one.
All right.
Tom, do you want to describe that?
Yeah, he's handed me a big gold horseshoe
Let's
with
see it.
curtains.
I'm going to take pictures of everything so we can post them so you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a horseshoe with
Yeah,
bangs.
solid gold. Yeah, it is. It's like paneled.
You guys are on the right track with that one.
Oh, bangs. All
Look at
right.
that. So it looks
No,
like
it's a horseshoe.
Thank you. I got
We're nailing it.
What it
Yeah,
is.
my tactile functions are working.
All right.
Well, what do you
Tanya's
feel
got it
from
now. Tanya, what are your
Solid
thoughts?
and heavy.
I feel metal and cardboard and fabric.
To me, it looks almost like a Western.
This looks like the top half of a wine glass,
Ooh, there you go.
which sounds
I'm not going to lie. This looks like a summer camp school project. Or like a like,
Actually,
Mom, look what I made you. And you're
That
like,
is
oh.
from an old brothel that's over 100 years old. And what they used to do is they hung that above the doorway, and whenever anyone got a really good tip, they'd put it inside that pouch, and the idea was it was supposed to bring more money to the brothel.
This one's got, it's shedding. This one has a hole in it.
That's the idea.
All right, so that's it? That's what this one's for?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's for brothels. So this is a horseshoe.
So horseshoes are traditionally used if they're upright to bring in good luck or fortune, and if they're upside down, it's protection. And since that one they wanted good luck and money, they put the pocket in there so it always stayed up and they could share that good luck money with them.
So it's a horror house tip jar.
Yep.
All right, cool. Okay. Very nice. I like that one.
Number 2.
It's a fish.
It's more than a fish. That's one of my own personal.
It's a fish with
Its
a bunch
own
of
personal
icons
fish.
attached to it.
What'd you call them?
Icons.
Icons. You're kind of close.
Little description there, Tom. What do you think?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of little brass-looking. There's people. There's fish. There's a set of eyeballs. There's a turkey, an ear, a trophy.
You're very good at this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's got a red head.
I love redheads.
Tanya, what do you think?
I think it is a woodfish with lots of shaped things on it that are just kind of nailed into it. I'm being very descriptive.
I mean, that's a lot of nailing. It's pretty talented that way.
There are a lot of body parts.
I noticed that. So it seems to me like it could be like a fish of creation or a protector of something. It seems a little Native American in its design of the fish itself.
Are these charms attached to it?
They
So
are.
these are just like little charms attached. So they're hammered on. So I would think that this is a fish. I'm going to say, or here's my guess. It's a wish fish.
A
Now,
wish fish.
It's a wish fish. Let me finish.
Okay.
It's a wish fish. And what you do with this wish fish is you take your little charms and then you hammer them on. And then, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. You put tartar sauce on it, and then it's ready to go. So I think it's called a wish fish.
The
Tell me
wish
how
fish.
right I am.
You're pretty close. It's called a milagro, also known as an ex voto.
Which is Latin for wish fish, but
It is. Yep. They're religious folk charms that are traditionally used for healing purposes or as votive offerings in Mexico, the southern United States, or other Latin America. And the idea is they're typically placed on shrines to bring out some sort of holy luck, or in this case, wish fishing. But yeah, that's what that's used for.
now, did you assemble that one yourself?
No, I didn't. I was given that one as a gift.
Oh, that's nice. Do you think all those little charms, were the charms put on there for you?
No, they were put on there and then it was passed from person to person. So I have no idea how old it
So-
is.
So you're stealing wishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, by proxy, that's wish fishing bait then.
Yeah, basically.
So you were somebody's wish.
Ish.
What's the numbers on the bottom? Is
I have no
how
idea.
much it was?
It's a phone number.
It's $1 bajillion.
It
Yeah,
looks
what-
like it was $87.50.
Is that what it says?
That's
87?
what it looks like.
It could have
But
been
has
made
an
in
N
19
the
Maybe
front.
that's what somebody
87.
was wishing for.
So maybe it was not
about
$87.50.
Yeah, about $3.50.
Okay, I'll wish 350.
Wait, can I see the numbers on there?
I gotta pay my gas bill.
I didn't look on there. Oh, yeah.
I
So
need
it
exactly
says,
the
oh,
same.
no, that's a dollar sign. That looks like a dollar sign. $87.50. It's weird that you would come to that number.
Well, maybe you added all the charms up and divided by Jesus, and that's what you got.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, unless it's, okay.
that's the answer.
All right,
there.
wish fish.
Okay,
Wait, what's it called again?
a milagro or an ex voto.
I've heard of Milagro before.
Why isn't it a voto? Why is it an ex voto?
That's just what it's called.
Bad relationships.
This is one of my favorite ones, so if you break it, I'm going to be pissed.
Okay.
Very careful.
So you hand it to Tom. That's the dumbest thing ever.
Yes.
That
Ooh,
I'm
that's
not
a little
touching.
Creepy.
I'm
You
not
are
going to
gonna
touch
touch
that.
Yeah, you gotta touch this. dude.
Tom, describe what you're holding in your hand right now.
I am holding a beautiful purple velour blob topped by the most creepy, dark raisin-looking face staring at me through rusty glasses, and this nice little quiff.
It looks like a little shrunken head of
my
a
new girlfriend.
torso of
She's beautiful.
an old woman.
Yeah, it's like a woman went to church, and then they forgot about her for 50 years.
Look at Bill's face.
It's
still-
disgusting.
Wait
It's
until you're holding
so
it in front
wrong.
of your face.
No.
Smell it.
Smell it.
Trust me.
Smell it.
Yeah, smell the old person.
Smell like
Face.
raisins?
Smell her face.
Oh, the hat. Oh, the
came
hat
off.
came off.
That means you're hexed.
Oh,
Her
that.
hat fell off.
You're gonna dream of this tonight, Tanya. Tanya's
know
holding
what's
it in her
really
hand,
creepy?
and she smelled it, and the hat fell off.
is how glossy her eyes are when you look at them.
No, not
That's
gonna.
what I'm
You
saying.
should look at it really close.
You are. Bill's
What
gonna
is the
have
head?
to-
Okay, so this
I
right
will
now,
tell you after
it's the
you look
torso of a woman and like an old woman
It might be poop.
with white hair
Okay.
and her old rotted face, which I'm gonna say is an apple core.
Nope.
Oh, gross! It's probably really.
It's probably dung of an animal or human
Oh,
or something.
Wait, Ryan didn't correct
then
you
they
on
put
that, so I
in-
think you're right.
And then they put
Well,
in shiny
I
little
want
eyes.
you to lick it.
Oh
Yeah.
That's the only way to break the curse.
I've seen this in a horror movie before.
It's like
It's-
that Arizona saltwood. Just lick
No,
it.
this thing is really scary. You guys gotta definitely go to our Facebook page and check.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
get
touching
it
it.
nice up close because it looks like it's judging you.
It's. Oh my God, her eyes are really glossy. This is
Yeah.
like really. She's got a little bit of a mustache. Or he. I'm not going to assume your little thing's gender.
Yeah, don't
But-
assume.
Yeah,
that
with the
she's
lace.
gender.
But and it's if you did you squeeze it? It feels weird.
Does it go squeeze?
All right, so it looks like a little old lady, with a black face, and she's got little glasses on, and this is creepy as fuck. So
That is
I'm handing
my
this back.
Favorite thing.
All
Her
right.
Face
In
is
the
made
world?
out of an old prune.
Now wait. So we were supposed to guess what it is. My guess is that's a curse item. I'll guarantee you that's a curse item.
Okay.
That's supposed to put a curse on you for not calling your grandparents and like bad things happen.
Calling your
I
grandparents.
think since she kind of, you said her face is an old prune.
Mm-hmm.
The texture looks like it could be of dung, so maybe it's meant for good digestive health, and you keep it in the bathroom.
I don't know.
I'm regular again.
It looks like you got a shrunken head and torso.
It's wrong. It's gross. Well, all right,
I want to lick it now.
lick it.
Lick the dog.
I didn't smell it, by the way.
Don't lick it.
Don't lick it.
No, don't.
Okay, fine.
Lick the back.
Wait,
of
why
the-
would you tell me to lick it and then tell her not to?
He cares
Because
about me more.
You don't know where it's been.
I don't want her to get the curse. Let's just have Bill get it.
Oh, look, the hat twice.
Twice.
Oh,
That's
tiny-
because I'm
Oh.
trying to get light.
Yeah, let's blame it on the
Want
tilt.
me to hold her up for you?
There we go. I just
Yeah,
wanted
that's the
to
thing
make
of
it
nightmares.
good.
All right.
alter egos, we had been open for maybe 4 days. And this woman came in and said that her grandma had given her this and it scares the shit out of her.
Yeah, that's my friend.
And she's like, you need to have this. And I go, yes, I do. So I took this. Her name is Mama Prune. And she stays by the register at our shop.
And what does it do?
It's an effigy. An effigy is a figure or likeness of an individual or an idea, typically used to represent something. It could be an old art piece. It could be a spirit box. It could be anything. But I just think it's beautiful and fantastic. So it lives
I mean, it's well crafted.
It's
It does
it's
totally look like a
over
person.
150 years old.
I was gonna say, how old was this person whose grandmother
Is it?
made it?
Is it though?
Yeah, because her grandma had it when she was a kid.
I mean,
So,
it tastes like
but
it's
with that, I mean,
150.
look at the attire. That's not. Is that attire from?
No, yeah, absolutely.
150 years ago.
Absolutely, that lace and that velour, sure.
And the reason why the eyes look glossy is they put some layer of fixative or preservative on it to make it look that way.
Really,
And what's
Push
the
some
face
kind
made
of
of?
pin.
It's a prune.
That really is a prune.
It really is a prune.
prune face, like from Dick Tracy.
Oh man, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah.
We're all walking around with Dick Tracy watches now. It's the future, Tanya.
All right. Well, that's creepy. Thank you.
I love
Put it
that.
away.
No,
Don't-
it's going to stay there. All right, the next one.
As this all
Ooh.
collects on the table, we're just going to
Oh.
get collectively worse around here, huh?
All right,
Now this
Tom.
looks like dung.
What is it, Tom?
Now it's obviously some kind of dried
Smell it.
something. See, I'm worried about the smelling
Smell it.
thing.
Smells good.
It does smell good. I'm not gonna lick it though. Kind of want to lick it, but I'm not gonna.
Do it. It's got a really nice smoky.
All right. Describe what you have right there.
I don't. It seems like something got left in your smoker
I promise
for like a
it's
week and a
not,
half. It smells. Really
Actually, I
good.
did that one
It's
time
not
with.
a dung, but I do want you to
lick
just
it?
gently press your tongue against
I did potato wedges.
And
I left potato wedges in an oven for
And
like a
deeper?
week.
Yeah.
And that's what it
I
looked
want
like.
you to gently put your tongue against it.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna put it against my tongue so that way I can claim I was subjected.
Okay.
You're looking like you're going to eat it, is what it looks like.
Just do
The
it.
way you're holding it.
We won't
I
look.
will-
Oh, he licked it.
Did he lick
Oh.
Yeah, it's wet.
Okay.
I got it all wet.
All right. Well, let's pass it on.
Does it have any taste? Did you taste anything?
It tastes like nothing. Yeah. We're supposed to be keeping 6 feet, and now we're just licking stuff and handing it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that every day anyway.
How did the virus spread? Yeah. All this stuff.
The podcast.
I was licking stuff.
It looks like an old shrunken apple.
Yeah, right?
Smell it.
Smell
does
it, though.
not
It does
like
smell
an old
totally
apple.
like a smoked something.
It is very smoky.
Mesquite.
It is very, very smoky. It kind of looks like a nice little butthole.
Yes, I was resisting
balloon
saying
nut.
that, but it does. Like a little anus.
Is that why you decided to lick it?
Well, it doesn't taste like... Never mind.
Tastes like a penny.
It's incredibly smoky.
All right, so I'm holding this thing now. I'm going to definitely say it was some sort of piece of vegetation.
Yeah, can we
or
say
something
it must have been a plant, right? Are we all kind of
super
agreeing it was a
smoky.
plant?
So it's smoked.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually like the way this smells.
That's what I said. Put it in my car.
It's a smoked butthole.
Hey, what's that butthole
You're
hanging in your
you're
window?
actually closer than you think.
Okay, so it's smoked.
So it's probably.
But it also feels like
a
it's-
pigskin or a
Piece of
cow or
intestine?
something, some sort of animal.
Oh no, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out that this is like a goat pancreas or something that I'm holding.
What do you guys think it is?
All right, I think it's.
Let's remember that I licked it.
All right, I'm going to. My guess is it is.
I mean, it's leathery, so I would assume it looks like skin.
Oh no, I touched it. Is it?
What do you guys think it is, Tom?
I have
You know what it looks like suddenly to me? I bet that's a scrotum.
Oh no! Is it?
It's mummified testicle.
No.
That is an Egyptian mummy's testicle.
It's a monkey nut.
That's a mummy testicle.
It's a mummy
That's a
testicle.
mummy's testicle?
Well, now I have
That-
all of its powers.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
that how that works?
Yeah.
And
You
licked it.
have all of its syphilis, is what you have. So
1,000-year-old Egyptian
You-
syphilis. So.
I just held smoked testicle in my hand.
Actually, guys, that's a High John the Conqueror root.
Really?
Tom's almost discouraged that it's
I
not
mean, like-
a mummy testicle.
No, I'm thinking what made it smell mesquite like
So
smoke.
it's actually a root used in hoodoo and voodoo. It says to be it's a root that has been blessed by the deity Johnny Conqueror, and what it's supposed to do is give you good luck, sexual potency, and the ability to overcome all obstacles.
Do you get that just by its possession, or do you have to touch it, or
You gotta
lick it? In Tom's
You
case,
gotta lick it.
so just if you own it.
Yeah.
So
Feel
if
the
you give it,
prowess
if you say,
flowing.
"Hey,
Do
listen,
you
I'm
have
going
to
to lend
have
this
it
to you
on your
tonight."
person, or
Typically, it's
just...
carried in a mojo hand or a mojo bag. But yeah, having it on your person is said to.
That would have to be a big mojo bag. That thing's
They
like
c-
2 inches around.
Yeah, but they come in different sizes.
You can get small Egyptian nuts.
I just wanted
Just
to
like
grab one. that
there's
looked
like the three guys at this
testicle-sized.
table come in different sizes. Sorry, Tom. All right, that. Okay, that was. I dug the smell of that though.
Yeah,
I want to know what they
actually
smoked that
smells
in.
So no, that's how it smells when it comes
Just-
out of the ground.
Really?
Oh,
Like
That's
there's
the
nothing...
root. It's the root that smells like that. And I actually have an oil of that, so if you wanted a cologne, I could make you one.
That actually wouldn't be that bad.
Smells nice.
It would just smell like a campfire
Yeah.
or a Korean barbecue, like where they cook right in front of you.
I walk around all day smelling like Korean
All right.
barbecue.
If you guys don't know this,
That's
one,
racist.
I can say that, though.
That's true.
I don't see. You can say
I
that.
can say that.
I don't see Bill holding this one either. But
Oh,
It's
that's...
wrapped in bubble. So, oh no, I've seen this one. All right,
Okay.
explain what we got here, Tom.
So it's a snake head.
No, it's more, not just a snakehead. What,
It's a...
it's a rattler.
It is a rattlesnake cut off
Ah, I should've
about
brought
2
my
inches down the
earrings.
neck and then like, I don't know, sealed with plastic, but it's cool. It's got venom on the fangs. It's checking me out. I've never seen a snake that close when it's just like made of, feels like it's made of styrofoam. It's kind of crazy. It's super light.
No, it's very light, and it's beautiful, and I'm amazed by it, and it's incredible, and I want to kiss it.
Ooh, give it a kiss. It might turn into a prince. Part of a prince.
well, just the head.
Just the head of a prince. That'd be a little morbid.
Which head?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Which, you beat me to that one. How f***ed up would that be if you kissed
Oh,
it and it
man.
turned into the top 4 inches of a penis?
It's just like,
Oh,
all
yeah.
right, well, excuse me.
Just throw it in the trash.
I think it's really funny that we came to this joke before the next thing I'm going to show you.
Right.
Oh no,
Prince
the neck was a
Eunuch.
penis.
So cool, and I love it. I'm
So
sad
It's
and
cool.
clearly, this is a snakehead. I mean, that's cut and dry. It's a rattler head. So now I'm going to say that this is a good luck thing, and this is why.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's a good luck thing because clearly it's the reversey thing. Like, oh, if it's dead, it's bad, but you catch it and whatever, it's good. It's like when people say, like, oh, I caught a bat, it's a good luck charm, and now it's dead, or a scorpion or whatever. I don't know.
So you're saying that somebody would have had to catch this rattler live and then do this?
I'm a
But if it came after it, like a day after it was dead, and then did this?
I don't know.
Right, you have to
No, I don't want to touch it. There's no reason
Touch
for
it.
I'm not,
touch that.
I touched it when it was at his shop. I saw it at the shop. There, look at. I touched it.
It's because
We're
it's
running out of
scaly,
room,
Bill.
Want to keep that one in front of you.
So, all right. I guess it's a lucky charm
This
because
looks
the
like
reversey.
it's part of Anaconda now.
So
It's
the
sneaking up on
snake
her.
represents transformation, manifestation, and healing.
Oh, because it sheds skin.
It does.
Not that one though. That one's not shedding anything.
Aren't we a bit savage though that we just like kill something and then put it in our house? Like I put the head of it here.
I mean, if your
I
couch is
know,
made of
but
leather,
but no, like that's a thing. Like yeah, a
But
leather
I didn't
couch
kill
or
mine.
a,
I salvaged the parts.
yeah. No. I understand. Like, and maybe some people look at it the other way. Like, oh no, it's living like on now because it died for, and now we worship the head every day.
Yeah, but
or
if
something
it was
that.
like your grandma, that would be very strange and no one would want to come
Yeah,
over.
that would be weird.
That's a little Norman Bates, but still, like
It's the same concept.
unless she was looking like that every day.
Like
I love that thing. Don't talk bad about it.
I'm not. I don't want to talk bad about it. It would probably come and freaking haunt me.
All right, this next one, Tom, is not a breath mint.
I love that you.
I am not gonna lick the. Whoa! Yeah, I'm not licking that.
Yay, another one.
Another one.
So this is
I've needed one of those.
Tom. What do you got right there?
I have a kind of a
very-
whale-shaped
It's
phallus.
a very life-size
It's bottom
penis.
heavy.
Is that like stone or crystal or glass?
Well, you know, it's twice the size of a regular one in my experience.
What is it?
I think it's a glass quartz penis.
Well, glass and quartz are different.
No, it's a quartz. It's definitely quartz. And it's like smoky quartz.
Very good.
And it's got
You know your
lopsided testicles.
black penis.
Maybe
yeah, you
maybe
know,
they should
I'm,
have that
I'm an
checked.
expert. Watch a lot of internet stuff. There you go.
This
On
would have been
quartz.
a really great live stream show if we could actually.
Yeah, I actually thought
record
about that. This
it. So
here,
happy.
I'm going to say it's definitely something sexual. First of all, fertility or
Fertility,
something
virility.
like that.
Very good. 2 for 2.
Or, you know how like you go sometimes in the airport and they always sell those little things of like shampoo or toothpaste or stuff like that.
Travel size.
Maybe they're travel size dildo, a travel size. I don't
That
know.
would be very disappointing.
So,
It's like for a keychain, a quick. I don't know.
if there's one
In case
thing
you
I
wanna
can
go
say,
fuck yourself,
like
is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
historically though, like we've been carving and putting
Tiny,
penises
what
as
is that?
graffiti
What is- describe
forever.
it.
Like the Romans, the Phoenicians, everybody in art.
I'm actually going to talk about that. That's why this whole concept comes into play.
But I also feel obligated to say for people listening, please don't use crystals as dildos. They are porous and that is not healthy.
Yeah. Don't put.
Oh,
this in
now you tell
places.
You should have texted me and asked first.
Yeah,
I could
no,
have told you.
That'd
Pop
be
it in the
a horror
freezer
show.
first. Pro tip.
and don't buy one.
Was the
Don't get one
cookie
from the
a
tra-
healthy infection?
Yeah, don't get one from the travel section at CVS either because that's what you're going to get. All right, let me see it.
I would
Can I see
assume
it?
that it's supposed to be displayed pointing up and not
Laying down. It looks like you could.
Well, it
burn
depends how
any way
cold
you
it
want.
is in here.
Going forward, it looks like a battleship.
Wow.
Well, it's hand carved.
Yes, it is.
It's had
So
Look at
it's
that. I
made
can
with
tell
love.
that.
Much attention has been paid to this little penis.
It's it's just a little quartz penis. All right, so I'm going to say fertility. This has something to
Okay.
do with fertility.
And
Anyone
Tom
else
said
have any?
virility. Anything else?
Youthfulness,
Okay.
which is kind of like virility.
Why is that? Because it's a tiny penis
I don't
or
know.
normal size for some people. I'm not
Health
going to.
and prosperity.
I mean,
I
if
don't
it were an
know.
older guy, it would be kind of like half cocked, right?
So it is a sign of virility and masculine energy and fertility. However, it's also a sign to ward away evil, especially because we talked about the Romans and the Phoenicians. They believed that the genitals, both male and female, is where life came from. Therefore, it had a lot of life-giving power, so it would ward away evil because they considered those things to have no life energy of their own.
Evil hates peepees.
Yeah.
So next time there's a monster, just
Whip it out.
flash your
Yeah.
junk at it, and it will go away.
Go away! Go away, Satan!
Unless it's the cops.
I'm going to give you the tip.
That's what I recommend for every haunted house.
The next
Just
time I go to Disney World, it's going to be a lot more interesting.
Chase somebody with your nuts. All right. Okay, well, I like that one. It's nice.
All right.
I didn't get a good.
Now, why?
Yeah,
A question
get a
though:
good picture here.
is there anything
Let's,
with the quartz? Is there anything related stone-wise or things like
Actually, I
that?
have just
that
the-
Oh, yeah.
So smoky quartz is
yeah, I was
itself
gonna
it
ask about that.
amplifies energy. Smoky quartz is said to repel evil. So the concept behind that is it is more apopatropaic, it just repels negativity.
It looks so big on camera.
It's not the size. Okay.
It's
Do you want to put up something for scale, like a quarter?
Like the
Tom.
snake.
Yeah. Tom for scale.
Hold on a second.
here, use the Egyptian testicle.
But no one knows
Oh,
what
yeah.
the Egyptian testicle
Well, right
here.
here, let's put it next to the snake, because everybody knows how big a snake head is. I mean,
Actually, that seems like a
No, they
rather
don't.
large.
Is this?
How can everyone know what
Everybody.
the size of a snake head is? Did that work?
I don't know how to correctly hold it for scale.
Tanya doesn't know how to hold a
I'm not
penis.
You
good
sh-
at this game.
Have Bill kiss the tip of it.
So it's about the exact size you draw on somebody's face when they pass out at a party.
Yeah, we don't need that picture. Yeah. All right, what do
He's
we?
like, not again.
Are we done? All right,
Yes.
let's move on from the penis. All right, I like that you blindly handle this stuff to
Yeah,
Tom.
I'm just getting it out of nowhere. Okay, so that's neat. So the first I saw was just a kind of a polished ball of iron pyrite. But then you flip it over and it's a skull of iron pyrite, which is actually really cool. So it's like a gold crystallized skull.
I saw this in your shop, and I was really actually intrigued by it.
It looks like a gangsta skull. I imagine that
How-
this
I
is
like
what-
how you said gangsta,
Gangsta.
like you're
How can you
gangsta.
tell?
gangsta. Like the
that's-
rappers that get shot now. This is probably what
Because
they
you
look
can't
like
say
once
gangster.
they
He's associating it with
You look like a gangster.
Yeah, that's all flash, man. That's mobbing.
Wow.
Ooh, it's
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's heavy.
I picked this up. I liked it.
It's pretty.
My first is this like hand polished or something like that?
Well, I mean, you can tell it's hand carved, and then it
A
would.
lot of it was
have
hand
to
carved,
be-
but they looked like they left a lot of the natural cut
Inclusions
stone.
and
All right, Tanya, what do we have? Describe
pretty
this for us,
cool.
please.
It is absolutely gorgeous. It's probably 2 3/4 inches deep by about almost 2 inches wide and about.
It is exactly one stone penis long.
Yes. It is.
It is.
almost exactly one
Nice
stone penis
job.
long.
there's your photo for scale.
And iron pyrite, right? Everyone that has ever seen iron pyrite knows it, but they might not remember what it is. But so when you see the picture of it, you'll absolutely recognize the iron pyrite. It just looks like
Fool's
it's
gold.
metal, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And the natural kind of deviations in it and the crevices and stuff where you can see the crystals actually forming in the cracks is beautiful.
It also gives it a really nice shine when the light hits it.
Yeah,
Oh, you know
exactly.
what reminds me of suddenly? T-1000
Yes.
from Terminator.
Oh yeah.
Like the liquid metal when he's coming back together. That's
And it's surprisingly heavy.
it is. That's
It's
like
really, really
billiard
cool.
ball heavy.
I don't know what iron pyrite signifies, but if I had to guess what something like this would be or mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It's got a gold color.
It's
It's
very
not gold. It's in a skull shape. To me, that's all piratey stuff.
Exactly.
Well, think of it this way: what does the skull represent?
Pyrite.
Death.
Death is one.
All right. So the very first thing I just thought this
Greed.
was just visually cool. I just thought this is something you were selling that looked cool, and that somebody just made this to sell. I did not know that it had any sort of backstory to it.
Yep.
But now I would have to say, I'm going to say this one might be. Well, you're selling it. You don't sell curses, so I can't answer this.
Well, I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Ooh la la!
No, that one's
They
not
come
cursed.
with
If somebody goes, listen, I made this, and then they're like, oh, it's like the Brady Bunch tiki, doo-doo-doo-doo, and they handed it to me, and then something bad happened. I would think that was it.
So the skull represents death, transformation, transition, immortality. Stone. The pyrite is a stone of protection, abundance, and removal of negative energy.
Really?
Yep.
So that
So-
removes negative energy.
Mm-hmm. So the concept behind that is to help end one negative transition to bring it to a positive transition.
When it removes negative energy,
Mm-hmm.
does it make the negative energy disappear?
It
Or does it
depends
place
on-
it somewhere else? Is
So-
it like a big box?
It's
And you're
sucked
like, get
inside
rid of
these
that
cavities.
box. But the
So-
whole idea is you just have to take the box and put it somewhere else.
Think that as more of a filter. It tends to filter negative energy. And then it gets to a point like any other item that needs to be cleansed at some point. So you just let it filter out. And then once you feel like it's becoming stagnant, or sometimes smooth stone like that will start to feel sticky, you just cleanse it and keep using it.
How do you cleanse it? Like you don't
Clorox
bring out
wipe.
like Clorox wipe, or do like you have to do some sort of ritual?
So
or...
typically you can place it in
is it
the sun.
dishwasher safe?
You can put it in salt. But you know what's really funny? A lot of the old hoodoo and voodoo floor washes are made with pine salt because the smell of the pine is a really good one.
So what is that called right there?
That is a pyrite, hand-carved pyrite skull.
And that's, but if you try to say, if somebody goes, what is this? If they're holding it and they know it's a pyrite skull, how would you categorize that? What would you call it?
I would categorize that as a apotropaic tool used to cleanse negative energy.
All right.
So
I like
a
that better.
Skull of better transition.
And how is something like that used? Is it just set in an area?
Typically,
is it carried?
yep.
Is it
Well,
rubbed on something?
You can carry smaller versions of that.
Yeah, because this is not really like
You put it on a
travel.
necklace.
Like
Travel
Flavor
size.
Flav. Yeah, no, that would be an altarpiece. But yeah, you can carry smaller versions. I have ones the size of quarters at the shop.
So it's almost like a opposite diffuser. Instead of putting out things, it sucks in things.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
I like that. That's very good.
Next one, this will be an easy one. What does that feel like to you?
It's Ryan's hand.
You guys are.
Well, I've had
Aw,
one of
that's
these,
so
I think,
sweet.
when I was a kid. Used to get them all the time at the Pojos. and
Oh,
they would die.
yeah. That when we.
Yep, that I've had a few of. That's a lucky rabbit's foot, which I remember reading that this was like. I remember people freaking out about how inhumane this was to the bunnies. And I had friends that would never touch these because they're real, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's an actual rabbit's foot.
Yeah, did they just kill bunnies just for the feet?
Well,
No.
is there another market for killing bunnies?
So the guy that we get them from, they're actually ones that have died of natural causes, and he uses 90% of the bones.
Wow.
For
So
what,
This is
stew?
completely recycled.
Sometimes, yeah.
Gross.
Well, when I was growing up in New Mexico,
It's
some
quite
of my
large.
friends they raised rabbits for meat because a lot of people ate
Yeah.
rabbit all the time. So I mean, that
Now-
makes sense.
So I've never understood the connotation between a rabbit's foot. I mean, catching a rabbit's tough. So if you catch the rabbit,
So the lore behind it actually comes from you want to obtain the foot from a rabbit in a graveyard, especially at night.
so like a,
Wait.
a graveyard lurking rabbit.
Yeah, the idea is it's hopping away from death because it tends to jump over the graves. And if you can skirt death, it's considered lucky.
Well, clearly, if you're chasing a rabbit, it's trying to skirt death because you're going to kill it.
Right. But
So
the graveyard-
any rabbit that you catch is skirting death.
That's the idea. But the concept behind it is they're more potent if found in a graveyard.
So you got to wait until that rabbit's leaving the graveyard, because if you catch it while it's on the way into the graveyard,
I don't know. I mean, I guess you can raise a rabbit and take it to the graveyard. And,
What if you just put a bunch of carrots in it and
Yeah.
just wait?
The made in China holder kind of ruins it a little bit for me, but
well, yeah.
what do you have against Chinese rabbits?
nothing.
Wait. So you had a friend that made this?
Yeah, his name's Mike.
But
He is-
what about the made in China thing? Is it just
That's
the
probably
holder?
just
It's
the
just a
top.
glass.
little,
The
it's just
holder.
a
All
little
metal
piece.
things we use here are made in China. We don't make anything out of steel. Have you
All
been
right.
paying attention?
When I was a little kid, I had one of these, and I put a key on it that I didn't even I didn't need a key when I was a kid, but I had a key and I put it on there, and I remember pulling it out at recess, thinking I was cool. And a girl like, "Can I have it? Can I have it?" And then I gave it to her, and then she threw it away. She's like, "You're a jerk for having this." So that was the only one I ever had. But I thought it was going to impress people because it had a key. I thought it'd make me look like an adult.
That is the saddest story I've ever
But
heard.
then she told me, and then she complained to the teacher, and the teacher told us this tale of how they basically just caught rabbits, and then they would cut the tails off, and then they'd set them free. So for years, that's what I
tail,
thought.
though.
I mean, not the tail. The foot. They would cut the foot off and the two back feet off, and they'd set them free. So I really thought that was a thing.
He's like dragging their ass around the
Yeah,
rest of the time.
I was like in 4th grade. I didn't know.
Who the hell was your teacher?
The devil. But so for years I've never. But I don't.
I
It's
can
funny.
relate to that.
I still think about that. I know that's not the case. But yeah, that's really gross. I mean, the whole concept of it. I don't even. I'd be surprised.
I had one for a really long time. It was green, and I had it for years. And I don't remember what happened to it, but something happened to it, and I didn't have one. And like a little part of me died when I no longer had it. It was weird because I had had it for such a long time, and I think that's probably where my kind of
Well,
fascination with animal.
Well, I have
Came in.
green ones at the shop. So I promise the next time I see you, I will obtain you a green rabbit's foot.
the rabbit's foot thing is kind of funny because they're ubiquitous, but it's one of those things where I feel like I only felt like it was a lucky thing because you heard it was supposed to be a lucky thing, but I never felt like it had any intrinsic luck whatsoever. It was just an object. Like, there's been talismans I held on for myself that I thought, hey, maybe this is lucky, but I've never thought it was just a fuzzy, weird thing in my hand.
Yep. All right, here's the next one.
Ooh, this is right on line with that snake.
All right, describe it. Describe it, Tom.
So we have a full-on leg and talon with claws extended from
It's a
some kind of
dragon's
bird.
foot.
It's got to
A
be
dragon.
falcon, hawk.
I'm gonna say.
It's big.
She
That's-
knows.
I know too. I know what it is. All right, Tanya. Tanya, you can
It's
say.
a turkey.
Turkey.
Is that turkey?
It's a turkey talon.
That is a huge old talon. Oh, turkeys are mean. I know that. That's crazy how that's just like completely hard and mummified like that. That's cool.
You can brush your hair with it.
Good.
Let's see it.
It's a
Tom,
back scratcher.
Dude, brush your hair
Tom.
with it.
Oh, man.
Now you're hurt. Tomorrow you'll be bald.
Right?
That's the
Yeah,
curse.
so yeah, I don't know what that would be signifying.
for
honestly,
hair loss.
like that you are out of everything else to put in your stock pot.
Is it kind of like the bird version of a rabbit's foot?
Or a monkey's paw.
It's, well, yeah,
Oh, ooh, you didn't correct either one of us.
you're right.
I'm going to say that's not lucky. Because this is why. The snake head, it's easy to get a turkey leg. A snake head's hard, so you earn the rewards. But this is like I can walk anywhere and get a turkey talon. Like basically, I've eaten the other half of that 50 times in my life. So for this turkey talon, oh, that's gross. Ugh.
It's weird.
I'm touching it
feeling,
now.
isn't
It's
it?
just I don't like it.
Yeah,
You
it
look
feels
at it,
weird.
you're like they're
It
just.
looks like dinosaur feet.
It does.
It does.
This is clearly
It does
why.
look like a dinosaur.
Yeah. So, but look at their
Velociraptor.
nails. Look at look how sharp that is. This middle talon. That's a nasty nail.
No, that's what I've heard. Turkeys can mess you up.
And look at it. It has this little dew claw. Like you think like this could kill you. This could kill you if you were slow
And
bled like I don't know.
Way too much.
Yeah. Like you were just tired and you let the turkey kill you because you're like, I'm really tired. I don't know. But that could kill you.
From eating all of his cousins.
Yeah, I ate so
The
much.
tryptophan
Oh, this.
in your blood.
Oh, this dry. Yeah, I'm so tired from Thanksgiving dinner.
So they killed that turkey because it had lots of turkey lice.
What? And we touched it?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
He combed his hair with it.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
I
So
thought you
I'm
were
gonna
gonna say-
I'm gonna say that's curse related. That's a bad thing. I'm gonna
Okay.
say that it's got some bad muju buju in it,
Okay.
and it's a thing. Here's my guess. You ready? You sneak it and put it in people's houses. You put curses on them, and that's my thought. Because listen, I'd freak the fuck out if suddenly I found that in my house,
Yeah.
like out of nowhere.
That's kind of like
If
a
you go-
horse head in your bed, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you imagine if you went in someone's house and you put that like in
I'm
there,
looking around to see where I can hang it.
yeah,
I'm just imagining that for Bill, the curse is just the fear of not knowing where it came from.
yeah. Or if you said you put it in my house and didn't tell me where, and then for like the next 6 months I was afraid to open every cabinet.
What I would do.
Why don't you wear
Bill,
new socks? I can't open my sock drawer.
I would get 4 of them and number them 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Yeah, it's just,
You ought to put
then-
a little spoon on here and make it a drink mixer for those guests.
but if you like seriously, if you just put that in someone's like medicine cabinet and they open up and found it there like magically, they'd move.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that's the worst thing ever. You're like, oh my god.
It's
So-
quite disturbing looking.
And
If
that's the
I-
funny thing, because a feather, you found a feather, you're like, oh, this is nice. I found a feather. That would just freak the fuck out of you.
If I just saw that in someone's house, I would say it either has some sort of medicinal property or
They're into voodoo.
something like it has
What?
something
It's
to do
always
with
voodoo with you.
it
Always
has
voodoo.
something to do with the negative energy, whether it's getting rid of it or something. I don't know. That's what I would just assume because
What do
I
you
don't know
think,
anything.
Tom?
This is starting to look like we're putting stuff in a cauldron.
We are not cooking Mama Prune.
Oh, so the Eye of Newt's going to be next, I guess.
Right.
So what do you think it means?
The turkey foot? That's cheating because I kind of know it. Turkeys often, as a like spirit animal or a totem, represent abundance. So turkey, any part of the turkey really is a good way to kind of bring that intention forward. I mean, you could always. I'm with Tom though. I think we should put a spoon on the end of it and make it into a drink stirrer.
Abundant drinks.
Abundant
Actually,
drink
it should
stirrer.
be-
It amplifies just how drunk you get.
Put a ladle on it and have that be like the thing that everybody serves their Thanksgiving meal with. Like, here's, would you want some more gravy? Everyone's like, I'm cool.
So it represents abundance, prosperity, and fertility. However, it can be used to remove those things as well.
What,
Wait,
if you
what?
if you hold it wrong? Like, is
It
there
depends
instructions
on-
so I know?
what you do is you split this, and it depends on which toe you get.
Yeah. How do you
No.
know
Which
you
one?
like? What if you did it wrong?
So there's no doing it wrong. It's based off of the intention
there's
and
a
how
doing
you
it
use
wrong.
it. If you associate it with certain, like a green candle that's for prosperity, that's great. While you can flip it and do it with another type of candle, and it would cause a hex.
So that's where I got the negative part.
So
Well, I think it's negative because it's just freaking gross. Like, that's a disgusting whatever.
so if you put this and the penis together, you get like a double fertility power going on.
Yep.
there's so many
Or crabs.
little charms and curses and things on this table right now. I don't know what tonight's gonna.
I know this is.
Entail.
That's
I
what I'm
kind of
saying.
want to.
is-
I'm gonna move the extra.
Can I tell you that I haven't felt any energy from these things individually, but with all of this stuff in front of me, I kind of have this weird feeling.
Put your Egyptian testicle
Is that
over there.
is that a on the table right there? Is that like some sort of crystal or is that a throat log?
It's a throat lodge.
Okay, I thought what's next? What is it? The Eye of Ra? Oh no, it's a Vix.
That's what
No,
Indiana
it's my
Jones
Ricola.
felt.
Yeah. I really didn't know what that was, Tom.
Now this one is sharp on the edge, so be careful.
Okay. All right.
Describe it for us, Tom.
It's like one of those little Elizabethan, like bohemian hearts you see.
You cannot be more wrong.
No.
Ooh.
A bohemian heart.
Yeah,
No.
you see those Boz Lerman type hearts. Yeah, it's a heart on fire. With
What's it-
scrollwork on the outside.
What's it feel like? What's it like made
It's
out of?
just like a pressed tin. It is quite sharp. It's nice. It's obviously decorative.
So it's a Tanya, describe it.
It looks like a strawberry and a pineapple had a baby.
Well, I guess you can be more wrong.
I'm the winner.
Clearly,
But,
it's a.
also with the what looks like some sort of flame above it. It is very reminiscent of the sacred heart symbol that
There
is
you
used
go.
in a lot of religious things because that's actually what is on the drawing that I have over there.
I brought that one specifically for that.
So it's metal. Top half looks like a pineapple. Bottom half looks like strawberry.
It does look like
But
an
it
exalted
means
beat.
it's a
The top
sacred
does look
The
like a.
exalted beat.
So I mean, okay. So the very first thing, so it's tin. It's it's kind of silver, kind of like a little tarnished-y looking silver on the outside. It has a red, reflective heart on the inside. Clearly, it's a heart. I'm going to say this is love related, but I'm also going to say it's something to do with. Ready? Here's my guess: lost love or heartbreak. It's going to be
or heartburn.
yeah, or heart. There we go. Or heart pineapple. It's going to be something to do with love, but scorned love. Like my heart broken now. And by the way, it has a little hole on the top that you can hang it. Right? Look at there's a little hole so you can hang it. and I think you hang this on. You put a curse on some evil person that you were dating. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. Yes, I am.
It's all curses with Bill. Have you noticed
I
that?
do. I'm like.
It's a very personal.
Even his shirt's
So
black.
I already know who I'd hang this on the wall for. You hang this on the wall, and you go, and then all of a sudden they get herpes, and that's my from someone else, not
if you
from
were going to
the
curse
love
someone
touch.
with that, it would be acid reflux.
That's true. Or trunk butt. They get trunk butt. I don't know.
That's the acid reflux of Christ.
Yeah.
That is a Sacred Heart ex votos. And that's basically, if you look at the wish fish, there's another Sacred Heart on there.
A wish fish. I love you call it that now.
And it represents divine love, sacrifice of love, and peace.
Is it this one?
Does it look like a...
A heart with barbed wire and
Yes.
a crown.
Yep.
You could also call it the devout trout if you want.
The devout trout.
I do like that one better.
Okay. You're welcome. Copyright.
Yeah.
So go back to the Sacred Heart. What is it used for? What would you, if somebody goes, what is this? And you need to just tell them, charm-wise, or how would you describe
It's
it?
an ex votos, a charm designed to bring divine love or peace. If you've been to the shop, they are nailed all the way around our collection of Mary statues, because they also represent the sacrifice of Mary for Jesus on the cross.
All right.
So is that
What's
the
a
most outright religious of the different items we have, you think?
Yeah. Oh well, that and the devout trout.
All right, we have another dead animal. Ugh. Did you just
Spoiler
take?
alert,
Oh, you just took it off?
the tag?
What is it with you and feet? You got like a fetish. So this looks like it's...
You coming from the person that licked something that I called a mummy testicle.
I licked it before you called it a mummy testicle, just to be perfectly clear.
Yeah, but what if it was actually a mummified testicle? And you
I still licked it before he said it.
disappointed when it turned out to not be a mummy testicle.
Hey, we're splitting ball hairs here, okay?
I mean, like, of the things you can say you've done, like licking a root is not
He's gonna be
nearly
like,
as
"Hey,
exotic.
can I have that?
I licked a 2,000-year-old mummy testicle.
Can I
Top
put it
that.
next to my lozenge on the table?"
The next time you play Never Have I
It's a
Ever
throat
drinking.
crystal.
That's nice. Can
So-
tell you're in advertising.
Now, what am I holding? This is obviously a foot of a larger animal, and I can't tell what it is. It looks canine.
Oh, a
Or
dog's
could be a
paw?
Could be a fox.
I'm waiting for the
Smell the
monkey's
hair
paw to
on the
come
other
out.
end.
This is obviously like horsehair, I think. This is like a horsetail.
So you've genetically
quite
mutated
bristly.
two animals.
That is a chimera, yeah.
It does seem like that. I don't know if this is the same animal, then and it's put together with sinew. It's very Native American looking. I can't imagine what it'd be for,
Okay.
unless it's like to sweep you.
So here's the thing: you're not far off.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's to cleanse. That's
It's
how
to,
you
it's,
cleanse
it's to cleanse your soul and your table and knickknacks.
Yeah.
Is what it's for.
It's a duster.
It's to dust your soul.
So
That's what we call
Tanya
it.
described that.
It is of canine origin because the claws are not retractable, or maybe they are just retracted in this or put out. But it looks dog, probably like coyote or something like that.
Close. It's a Chihuahua foot.
That's a big ass chihuahua.
His name was Bear.
And the other end looks like someone really, really had a hard time trying to DIY a paintbrush.
Those are Tom's pubes.
Yep. I straightened
They're
it.
They're,
yeah.
they're Sasquatch pubes that have been straightened. They've had a blowout.
Yeah.
It's glorious. They're dark brown, very, very rough. It feels very much like a paintbrush.
Yeah, they're coarse.
And it's got a little leather hanger merbob, technical term on it.
We like to call those strappies.
Strappies. Strappy leather hanger merbob.
It's like a dingleberry.
I would assume it's used for like
Oh,
swatting
that's
in a
it.
ritual.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
so Tanya looks like she's fleeing holy water right now.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
like with it. It's like
The word you're looking for is aspergillum, and that's not what it's for, but you're
a
close.
spigulum. Is it?
Aspergillum. It's
Aspergillum.
it's the
Aspergillum.
tool that the Catholics use to spritz holy water
I bet they don't call it that. Who wants an aspergillum?
That's what they call
Me,
it.
I'll take it.
You better eat the rest of that aspergillum.
All right.
Do you know where that comes
So
from?
now,
The name of that?
this is definitely canine
So
type.
the monk
I'm
who
holding this thing now.
discovered the aspergillum
This
is
is-
a type of fungus. It looks exactly like that tool.
Really?
All right, I feel this is horsehair.
So did he look at the fungus and it was like, I've got a great idea, and he made that, or what? Was he just carrying around
Although,
this tool? And
I
he
got to
thought,
say,
"Hey,
Ryan,
let's
you
call
go
it
through hair transformations where you let your hair grow really long, and then the next thing you know, it's like really short on the sides.
Yep.
So this could be your hair.
I wash.
This
so-
is the interesting. So I'm going to tell you about this thing. First of all, nobody's talked about what wraps it. It's wrapped very
Yeah, he did.
finely.
I
He
said
said
Oh, did you?
sinew.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wrapped very finely by, like, it looked like they did a really good job of wrapping it. If those are individual hairs, if it's, I don't know, it's
Do
hard
you know
to
what
say.
sinew is?
No, what is that?
Explain what sinew is, Tom.
It's basically intestine.
Yeah, it's like gut string.
Oh, why didn't you fucking tell me that before I touched it 10
Lick it.
times?
Lick it. Trust me,
Here's
you don't
what-
know something
The
until you
handle
lick.
thing loses. It's leather. It's clearly a leather.
That's funny. Is this cursed? We should lick it to find out.
I
The next
feel,
investigation we go on.
I do feel.
Stuff. I think your house is haunted.
You know what? What is this? Yep, that's definitely the cause of your.
I feel that this is a.
We need to lick everything in
Native-
your fridge.
I feel this is a Native American recreation of something that they did with some sort of ceremonial something.
You're right.
Oh, and that's the end of the show. Thanks for everybody for coming
nailed
in.
it.
I was right. All right, I'm gonna give this back. All right, what? Anybody have any guesses? Even though because I was right, now you'll just be wrong.
So Tanya was right when she said coyote.
Nice
That's what
job,
that
man.
is. And horsehair.
Ooh, I said horsehair too.
And she was also right when she was talking about how it's used. It can be used as a smudge fan or a way to bless various ritual tools or people.
The smudge fan, like, oh man, this smudge is getting to me. Whew, rosemary.
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
You know, well, it's to use the smoke through a process called suffumigation, and it basically directs the smoke like a feather would.
I see.
The coyote is a trickster spirit, and that it represents illusion, trickery, enchantment, or quick wit. So if you're going to use it on a person, you're basically allowing them to have clear mind so new thoughts can come into play. Make sense?
Yay, I got things right.
These are a pair. They're the exact same thing. I just want you to see what they are.
So Ryan just took two things out of a little clear bag and placed them in Tom's hand. Tom, what do we have?
They look like two little rock snails.
You're the best color man out there.
No, I don't know. They're
Rock snails.
no, they're gradiated rocks. They've been polished. They're in a weird like oblong shape. So they're eye-shaped and flat on one side, and then they're like conical on the other side from that shape.
I already have some thoughts on this.
They
And
look
I haven't
like-
even been in my hand.
It looks like it'd be a set of eyes, because they do look like they're pupils with an iris when you look at them like this.
So they're stone.
Stone
They're-
eyes,
Look like they're polished.
eyes of fate.
Do they look like they're polished?
They do. They're
Tanya,
all
what do you
polished.
got?
Yes, they're very polished. They're beautiful stones. One is very striated. It's dark and very light striations. The other one is mostly kind of a translucent white with dark in the top part. And the other one actually is kind of lighter on the top part. They are kind of, the silhouette is football shaped, but if you're looking at it from the profile, it's kind of like a very smooth, curved-topped pyramid shape.
Like gumdrops.
Yeah, kind of like a gumdrop that's been like pinched on the ends and pulled.
Right.
They're very smooth. They do look like eyes. So I think you would put these in someone's house if you wanted to spy on them.
Ooh, I like that.
But
That's really good.
spiritually.
Remote viewing.
So basically, it's a prehistoric nanny cam.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So in my hands, I do see that we get the snail thing from.
See?
We have a snail in our fish tank, and it's actually pretty much the same exact
Yeah.
size. You can see it just on the
She's
side of
the
the tank
same
right there.
size
Yeah.
right there.
Her name is Turtle. It really is. All right. So these are cool. First of all, question: do you know what kind of stone these are?
I do.
What are they?
Well, doesn't it give it away?
Oh,
What do you
no,
think
I
they
don't-
are?
Is it gonna? What are they going to be called?
Vision stone.
Yeah.
Eyeball stone?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Spice
oh,
the name
ooh,
gives
spice
away
stones.
what they are.
Oh.
Clairvoyance stone. I don't know.
No.
Is it just the
Ricola
is it
stones.
the,
They're Native American.
geologic? No, not geological.
Cold
What is
medicine.
the name of the actual stone is called that, or the?
The name that they
Wow, they do look like, when you hold them like this, they look like eyeballs.
Yeah.
I would say first, I thought that they would be something you put in your hand and rub. That would be its thing. That would be my guess. You put them in your hand and just like the little dice thing. But now the way that they're not formed, they're formed in a certain way. They are meant to be placed down and look like eyeballs. Mm-hmm. So I think did you say vision stones?
I think I might have.
I think
said
you did.
a lot of words.
Oh, that's rewind. All right, I think they're some sort of vision stones.
For like clarity, do you use
clarity,
them for
clarity. They're clarity stones.
Claritin. No, that's allergy medicine.
All right,
Those are Shiva Eye agates.
that didn't give anything away.
Shiva Eye, EYE.
Shiv and I.
Shiva Eye agate. And what they do is they're supposed to watch you in your area, your home, for negativity, and it will repel the evil eye.
Do they watch you while you shower?
Basically.
That's evil stuff going on in
It
there.
So do
is.
you have to move them from room to room, or is it like an Alexa?
They're kind of like an Alexa. They are the Alexa of Shiva Eye stones. But they watch your house and protect you from evil.
Hey, Shiva Eye Stones, what the weather's outside today?
Cloudy.
So can you make them like a little bit cross-eyed and send them toward each other? Or
Of course, whatever you want to do.
Jerry Lewis eyes.
Okay, so basically the idea of that is what? I would buy these because why?
To keep your house and your work area or yourself safe from negativity, from gossip, of anything associated with the evil eye. They're very good for like the store or for your business.
So what's the benefit of this, say, over like a Ham's a hand?
Same concept.
Except Ham's a hand's like personal.
Ham's a hand, if it's upright, means protection. If it's upside down or fingers towards the ground, it means good luck or abundance. While those are strictly for protection.
I see.
Next.
All right. Oh, you're pretty quick. Oh, what is that?
It's
Tom, describe.
a piece of kryptonite, and I know because I'm feeling weak suddenly. I don't know. It's
Nor
obviously
was it
some
fun.
kind of volcanic rock, right?
Is that it's
No,
shiny?
it's not volcanic. It's just I can't remember what this is. It's pretty cool though.
It's very
And
quartzy. It's
got
green
some braided
quartzy.
leather around it. It's also very Native American looking. It's got some beadwork. It's got a lot of fringe here coming off the braids. And it's black. I don't know. I can't remember what this is.
It looks green from here.
But it does exactly look like that kryptonite they used in Superman Returns.
Yeah, it looks like petrified wood, but not.
Yeah.
But
It's got
yes.
pillars in it.
Yeah. For it being as big of a stone as it is surprisingly light.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the weight is
In the leather.
kind of in
and
the leather.
beadwork, yeah.
It's almost like a tiny abacus if you lay it down and move the beads around.
It's a pocket calculator.
Oh, that's a Native American pocket.
It's an ancient graphing calculator.
And basically it's just tied to the rock so no one steals it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the bathroom key.
Yeah, it's black and shiny and long crystally and leathery, strappy, beady. Those.
That was very
How does it make
scientific.
you feel, though?
She's like a poet.
Your words.
Don't regret my eloquence. I don't word mouth whole face. I don't feel anything in particular different when I hold it, other than just confusion.
A loss
It's
of
funny.
vocabulary.
It's a confusion giggle rock.
It's working.
Oh, it is very light. Okay, so I've got it in my hand right now. It's funny because it looked green at first when I first saw it.
Oh, from
looked
here,
green.
it kind of. I can see that.
So, but it clearly is black. I would actually say it's not wood. It's not petrified wood. I know that it's definitely rock. The leather behind it, the beadwork, it's definitely a recreation. Like somebody built this thing. Like it's
Well,
not,
yeah, it's not found in nature.
As opposed to being authentic. How
Well, I don't know. Listen,
It grows off that very specific tree.
Yeah,
well,
the
laugh all
leather
you
grew
want.
off
I'm
that
saying
rock.
like you could tell like it was made by somebody. Little beads. It's got red. It's got 2 pinks. It's got a blue, dark blue, and a green beadwork coming off it, and then a bunch of others with none. It's got like little blue glowies around it. All right, so I'm going to say, because it's Native American-ish, I'm going to say this is a good thing. It's nice. I'm going to say it's prosperity. It's going to give family good things. Because this is why, because there's bunch of different colored beads hanging off of it. So I'm going to say this represents different people. Okay. Different people in the family, and it's supposed to be a very good thing. All right, that's my guess. Anyone else?
Any other guesses?
I mean, that rock looks like strength.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Nothing?
Ryan, what do we got?
You don't even like how it dangles? I mean, anything?
No, that was a clue. I think the dangle thing was a clue. That was a clue. Why didn't you say that for me?
Is it
I
like
would've
a
used
broken dream catcher?
You're getting closer.
So the little beads on it, being Native American, if we are going the dream catcher route, is protection, and it catches the evil spirits or things that would negatively affect you. So again, it's kind of like a reverse diffuser that absorbs.
Well, right, and then probably puts it into that rock.
Yeah.
So
Which
you
dispels
guys are
energy.
almost perfectly on. That is a piece of black tourmaline. The rock itself is for protection, both spiritual and physical, well, and mental as well. But the little things that hang down off of it act like a dream catcher almost, and they basically, or a fly trap basically, and they catch all the negativity and
feed
then
it into the tourmaline.
feed it into the tourmaline, which then purifies it.
So it's like a Venus flytrap of evil spirits.
Ghosts and stuff, yeah. So the next one, this one's pretty delicate. So I'm
Wait,
gonna,
real quick. What would you call that then? Like if somebody
it's
says,
called a piece of dressed Native American tourmaline.
but and its main purpose is what? Like, is it a charm? Is it a?
It's a charm that you'd want to place
In your
either.
household? Or?
Typically, it's placed above the bed or above the threshold into the bedroom,
Ooh la la.
So you're getting rid of a certain kind of energy.
especially nightmares.
Like that's
and-
whenever you say like that's never happened to me before. Then you buy one of those.
So the penis is going next
and
to the
it's fixed. Yeah,
tourmaline.
put the peanut. Get the turkey leg away from it. We have a
Get the
huge.
tur- yeah,
Get the
yeah,
turkey
all
leg
this
away.
stuff and-
Put the
The eyes
devout
are watching
trout
me. That's
near
what's
it,
the problem.
and then you get a tip in the whorehouse. Yeah, we've got a nice collection.
And of course, we got to fit the little
Yeah.
butthole in there.
Yeah, the little butthole next to, and then tip in the little.
What?
I want you to know that Mama Prune is watching all of you. It is very, it is very
Actually,
disgusting.
she is. She's looking right at you, Tanya,
She's
and that's
looking
creepy.
very disapprovingly.
Yeah, turn her away at the penis. Get the penis away from her. Oh, that thing's gonna give me nightmares.
You know, I wonder if she was around to earn the tips from that horseshoe.
Probably.
She was the main earner.
Have you ever made love in an Afghan?
What?
Have you ever made love in an Afghan?
Love in an Afghan.
Like just toes sticking through?
Fingers poking out everywhere. You don't even know whose they are.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right, what's next?
It's very delicate.
It is quite delicate.
Oh, it just looks like
Oh,
a stick.
I have seen these before.
Yeah, they're attached to like every time a dog goes for a walk. That's what you pull off of it.
Well, it's just like a little twig. It seems like it would be any other little stem, but it's got these tiny little dried buds or flowers. And the
What do
neat
they look
thing-
like?
The neat thing is when they dry, they close up and look like little skulls. Like little alien skulls with a giant frontal and parietal section. They look like little aliens. They're cute. They look just like little skulls, though, with eye sockets and mouths.
It's snapdragons.
Snapdragons.
Because I had snapdragons, and that was the reason why I had snapdragons.
See, I've seen
is
snapdragons,
because
but I never saw 'em
whenever
dried.
the flowers would die off and the buds would do their thing, they turned into these weird skulls, and that's why I grew snapdragons.
It's the
Is specifically
want them to
so the flowers
die.
would die and turn into these. Yeah, but it's upside down that you see the little faces, because if you're just looking at them the way they grow normally, so whenever it dies and dries off, you have to turn it upside down to really see the little creepy skulls. But I have an amazing picture of one from my garden a couple years ago where it's just a stick covered in screaming skulls, and it's fantastic and makes me happy.
I mean, it's enough to take you aback for a second because it looks enough like a tiny little human skull that you're like, wait, that's totally familiar.
Oh yeah, this is weird.
That's where their magical correspondence comes in.
Okay, so I'm holding a twig. It's got little alien skulls on it, and it's creepy.
It is a little
So
creepy.
clearly, this was not made. This is one of the few things that was not actually made. Meaning, like, man, made, or was this? Was somebody like? Did somebody?
No,
did this form naturally?
Yeah.
That's completely natural. That's how when the flowers die off, the kind of the little the
Seed
Petals?
pods.
the seed pod part of it that remains, that's how it dries.
So these are little tiny weed skulls. All right.
Basically.
So I'm going to say right there, they are good luck because you have to find them. They're almost like a four-leaf clover. They're hard to find. I think if you come across one, you're like, oh, look at this. I've just found good luck for all my friends. And isn't this fantastic? All right. Ryan, what do we got?
I don't know, but like snapdragon isn't particularly rare, and you'd have to wait until it was dead and dried to see it that way.
So
it's
what do you
a
think
very
it means?
particular time. I don't know. Like harvest, reap.
You're close.
Tanya, thoughts?
Weed skull is another word
That's
for
kind
pothead,
of
right?
where I was at, was the kind of, because it only happens once basically the life has passed and you have what's kind of left, and it is basically the seed. So it's I don't know if you want to say fertility or abundance or anything along those lines, because that's what the pods are, but also they look like little screaming heads, and I don't know if that's a good thing either. So maybe it's there to ward off anything that would try to take away your fertility or prosperity
Like
or
an omen?
abundance.
Well, talk about the screaming heads, though. They say that the smell of your fresh cut lawn is the grass screaming as you kill it. Have you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason it's a terrible thing, it's the smell they put out as they're being like, this is, oh my God, I'm being cut in half by a giant machine. Like, but you could smell their screams, and it's fresh cut glass.
Now cutting grass is going to be
Fresh.
Ryan's favorite.
I know.
Cut
He's
grass.
going to go down there with
You go
hand
home.
shears.
So those are the husk, the seed husk, and they're used in necromancy rites to summon or contact the dead.
Really?
Yep.
So individually?
Yep. You add them to your other powders and burn them on charcoal for.
Oh, so
Oh,
that
so you crush it.
itself has to be ground down and used.
Mm-hmm.
And then how would you use it?
So you mix it with other herbs and make a powder, a summoning powder, and you can either burn it over fire or onto a piece of hot charcoal. And then there's a rite that you would do, and you would use the smoke as a way to communicate with the dead.
Wouldn't it be more fun, though, if you had to find one that looked like the person you were trying to communicate with?
Yeah, but since they all pretty much look the same, it's kind of hard to do.
So it's like nature's Ouija board.
Essentially,
And do you sell this?
I do.
Oh, do you actually sell it? Like, do people come in and go, hey, I need to see where my aunt left her will?
Yep.
Give me those tiny skulls over there.
I do sell the Snapdragon. Most of the stuff at the shop, this I sell at the shop. The only thing that I don't is Mama Prune, the Devout Trout, and the Horseshoe.
Wait, you sell these
And the
turkey
Sacred Heart.
legs?
I
They're a big hit at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
do. I do.
Hey,
I do.
do you ever have after Thanksgiving sales where you sell those like,
No.
or Black Friday, half price on turkey legs? Like
That's-
real
that
turkey
is
legs.
funny, but no. I need to do that from now on.
Yeah, half price. Okay.
So the next one is interactive.
Ooh.
The rest of these haven't been in. I licked one. That's good.
That actually
So
is.
here's the thing. Close your eyes.
Ooh.
Wait,
Close your eyes.
Everybody?
Seriously, everybody.
Everybody?
Because I don't want you to
Yeah.
see it.
I need everybody in the podcast that's listening right now to please close their eyes for this
I'm going.
section.
No.
Unless
I'm
you're
gonna, hold on.
driving.
I'm going to let Taylor utilize this, and then we'll pass it around. But I don't want you to see what it is until after she plays it.
sounds like
Okay, but as we're closing our eyes, we need descriptive. So there's not just dead air.
No.
So
She's going to make the noise that this thing makes, and then I will literally
Wait,
hand it to
this
Tom.
is just getting more strange.
Well, then
by
be
the moment.
quiet, and Bill, shut your damn eyes.
all right, my eyes are shut.
Go into the thing.
Mike? Okay. I apologize in advance.
All right, well, I'm going home. Can I open my eyes now?
One more time.
He's freaking out.
Oh, fuck. That was terrible.
One more time.
I saw
Can
it by
I?
hours.
Jesus. Oh, God.
Okay. Here we go.
Just for the
That
record,
was the
Bill,
worst.
Are we
Now-
allowed
now
to
do I
look
get to hold
now?
it?
Oh, my God.
Open your eyes, Tom. You can't tell me what it is if you can't see it.
That was...
Amazing.
I think
Did you...
it's
That made that?
a
This is-
Yeah.
banshee mating
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, right.
It
So it
is.
summons banshees. That's what I thought too.
All right, Tom,
Because that's
It-
what
Tom,
the,
describe what's in your hand.
that's
It's a
what the door at the
3D
bathroom at 10 Barrel used to sound like. In the women's room, every time you opened it, I'm not joking, sounded like that. I actually have it recorded on his phone.
Oh,
You have to hear it.
She did, yeah.
Is it from the door or the women in
The
the
actual door, when you would open
Do you
and
still
close
have it on your phone?
It's
Probably.
beneficial.
Yeah.
That's to scare the piss out of you.
It scared the
Thank you for
crap
that.
out of me every time
Hey,
I
it
went
works
there.
then.
Yeah.
So what is that, Tom?
So this is a very intricately 3D printed skull with a hole in the top, and obviously a whistle shape in the inside that you blow through the top of this thing, and it makes obviously like a definitely a banshee siren sound.
I did not get the
It's cool. I mean, just as an art piece, it's cool by itself. So
I
the
didn't
fact that
get
it's
you-
functional.
I didn't get the sound of you making these sounds,
Okay.
so we're gonna get a video of it. So here we go.
That is definitely a thing of nightmares.
So you
like-
blow. So there's. It's just basically like 3D printed,
Yeah.
but there's a little hole in the top and then the 3 holes in the back. Do you blow in the back or in the hole in the top? And then the sound comes out the back. I feel like it'd be cooler if it came out the front, but maybe it's just not designed that way. I would assume it's to scare off or ward off evil spirits because it sounds scary. So if you sound scarier, then they'll be like, "Oh shit!" Ah!
So it's like the Chihuahua effect.
Yes.
Like, I'm big and bad. Don't mess with me. I got a plastic whistle.
And this really makes me want to get a 3D printer.
Yeah,
Because,
that's cool.
All the fun things
honestly.
that you could make. It's really light. Really,
Yeah.
really light.
And it's
Did
intricate.
you just blow in it?
So yeah, just cup if you want to try it.
No, I don't. I'm going to summon the devil. Like, why would I
That's
even
only if you do it
remotely
3
want...
times.
Yeah, like
So
she
one more
did.
time.
We did it 3 times.
I know. That was the joke. So if you
Lol.
want,
Oh shit, he's here.
if you want to try it,
No, I don't. I'm
okay.
cool. I'm done. But
I'm gonna
that's
do it
like...
one more time.
Oh, my God.
Do
That
you want
thing
to-
is, like, so scary.
Do you hold
Here,
it like
let me show you.
that?
So hold it like this. Okay. And then you're gonna blow at an angle this way. If you
Oh.
no watch. If you're right on top of it, that's why it makes that noise. Okay.
So, do you want it to sound like a recorder, like it just did the first time,
No.
or do you want it to sound more screechy?
You want it to sound like screaming, like lots of screaming people in hell. That's what you want to sound.
Oh, then you nailed it.
Okay, let's see this.
So,
Okay.
That's
like,
exactly what
is
it is.
it-
Turn it around.
is it this
Yeah,
or
face them away from
this?
you.
There you go. Show the face.
So you show the face, and you don't blow straight.
Don't
in, you
cup the
blow
bottom.
at an angle. Don't cup the balls.
Nope.
Like,
There you go. Go ahead. Put your mouth on it.
Yeah, touch it to you.
Put your mouth on it. There you go. Too high.
Terrifying.
You know, it's like that kids that go to school and then die and then go to hell and they don't learn the recorder. They relearn that. Like, that's like...
All right. So does anyone have any guess what that is?
The Banshee Summoner.
Yeah, I think it summons...
It's a banshee summoner. Okay. What do you think?
I'm going to say ditto.
Okay.
There's no other thing that would be forced.
well,
No.
I already said it's basically the bigger bark that it scares off.
But what do you think it's called?
The
I'll give you a hint. The name, the whistle, is in there.
whistle.
The hell whistle.
Hell whistle. Okay.
The Screeching Spirit Whistle 3000.
Close.
Nice.
That is a Mayan death whistle.
Oh.
And the Mayan death whistle, they're an instrument that people believe that it was used for a couple of different reasons. One, like Tanya said, they were used to scare away ambient spirits and negative energies and entities. But they also think that the Mayans had a group of warriors that would play them as they approached into combat, very similar to drums. And it would scare the people they were fighting so much because it literally sounds like hordes of the dead screaming. So that's where that comes in.
Well, it would work on me.
Yeah, if you had several of those going, that would be quite an intimidating sound.
Yeah.
And one you couldn't necessarily put your finger on.
I
It's a weird sound.
want to get 5 or 6 of those playing at the same time and record it with a little button and put that button on one of those turkey feet and give it to Bill for Christmas.
Nice.
That would be my new keychain. I would just take it everywhere.
He would just turn that into the new doorbell.
That would be amazing.
Every time you're sitting there, you just hear that. You're like, oh, God, I gotta change that.
New text tone. Mayan death whistle text tone.
The alarm clock.
Yeah.
So that's everything that I have, guys. 15
That's
different
it.
items.
All right.
So how did the Mayans
So-
3D print their heads?
Well, typically those were made out of bone or out of clay. And it's really not that hard to make out of clay, but that one was given to me because it's awesome.
Out of what kind of bone?
Yeah, it is.
Like they just carved it out of a solid piece of bone?
Yeah, the way it works is you're blowing into, like kind of when you blow into a bottle, like it makes a whoo sound.
Oh, yeah.
But there's an extra chamber that's fluted. So what happens is the reason why it's making that noise is because air's coming out of it in different directions because it's in a tube. And those different tones and different directions is what gives it that screaming sound effect. Try it.
Yeah, that's just fucking my ears.
You're
All right.
I'm full of hot air.
Okay, so going back to this now. So we have a bunch. How many items did you bring?
15.
Today? There's 15 items. A level of validity towards these.
Okay.
Are there some that you actually go like, oh yeah, that's true?
I use the Milagro, or the Devout Trout a lot. And I like the idea of the Mayan death whistle, but yeah, all the other.
Well, the death whistle, whistle. You know that one there. Like I get that. Like if you did that, it was like
it's a psychological effect.
yeah, it worked. And everything here, I think, has a level of psychological effect. If you sit there,
Right. All magic is about intention, right? If you want something to manifest, it's intention plus energy equals manifestation. So the more energy you put behind your intent, the more it's likely going to work for you, just like with any other item.
I have to understand if somebody comes in your store and they go, "I'm going to buy this," and they're in their eyes, they think it's going to work.
Right.
You're not going to talk them out of it because in their mind, they kind of need that peace of mind.
Well, that and the idea behind is if they come in, a lot of people that come in, they have a lot of questions or at least are looking for direction, right? Depending on what they're looking for and the medium they feel comfortable with, whether it's stones, whether it's herbs, whether it's an item like this, we kind of help them pick the ones they need by offering the most information that they want to know about the item itself.
It's funny because I am I'm an atheist, 100% an atheist. I don't believe in anything, but I'm very superstitious. And it's not that I'm superstitious as much as I just don't want to tempt fate. I don't want to, it's like, it doesn't hurt me to believe that maybe something might happen. And it might be a certain, I don't want to, like, people would sometimes categorize it as OCD, doing something the same way every time. But it's not OCD because I'm going to, like, I have a nervous tick in it. I just do it because it makes me feel better. Maybe I do certain things a certain way because so having little lucky charms or things like that. Like it was a joke that I had a pair of socks that gold pair of socks, and the day that I was going to take them off, I blew a hole in them. But also at the same time, something good happened to me that was gold related, and I said, I'm going to wait a day before I throw these. I'm going to wear them one more time. And even though it was kind of a joke, it kind of wasn't. So I get where like this stuff sometimes means something and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm not going to listen. That little old prune-faced grandmother, I'm not going to like mock her and then like
I
go
wouldn't.
like, "Hi, here you that true," and then
Yeah.
run across the street because I'm going to get hit by a car. I know that. That's what's going to happen.
Or you'll be constipated.
Well,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And there's a good
Yeah,
question.
no
Where-
shit.
Where's the line between a curio and a talisman? Like a talisman being something that you hold personally, you give recognition to
the
yourself.
difference between a curio and a talisman is a curio is something by itself holds some intrinsic, some internal value.
Just the object. You don't place
Right.
it on it.
Well, you can, but the concept behind a talisman is that you create it or you utilize its natural abilities for a specific purpose. Like the black tourmaline could be used for protection if you want to wear it that way. Now, while the lucky rabbit's foot is lucky intrinsically by itself, you don't have to put luck into it. That's the difference on how it's come into play.
So we actually have 2 items that are from your shop that we have here in the office. I'm going to go grab them.
Well, you can't. One's taped on. You can't take it off.
One's not coming out. I'll take a picture.
So one you gave us as a gift,
You can
Yep.
describe this one. We call this the jellyfish.
Ooh,
'Cause
and
the jellyfish is significant.
so describe what because we bought that when we were
Yeah,
at your
that's a
shop
hand
last.
signal.
That's a
Upside
ham's a
down.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we call it a. There's actually a reason why we call it a jellyfish. But
Well,
anyway,
tell
go
us
ahead. Well, we actually So from my apartment, you can see the building that we're in right now. And during a certain time of day, that a good friend pointed out, saying, "Oh my gosh, if you look at when the sun hits this piece of machinery or whatever, it reflects a goldfish on the side of the building.
jellyfish.
A jellyfish, sorry, a jellyfish on the side of the building." And we're like, "Oh my gosh!" We just kept seeing it, and then that kind of became a thing. And Tanya, at one time, drew what'd you draw?
I was going through kind of a weird point in my life where I felt like I was a toxic person, but didn't want to be toxic, and so I drew a jellyfish that had its tentacles held out that just said, "I just want a hug."
That's
And-
sweet.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. So when I was at your shop, and then I saw that thing, you had 2 of them there, and it just I was drawn to it. Like I just had to have it. So I said,
He
"I'm going to
really
get
did.
this."
He just picked it up and he said, "We're getting this."
And then I turned it upside down, and Tanya's like, "It looks like a jellyfish," which it does. And then you at this point said, "How does it work?" Go ahead now, describe what it was.
It's a ham's a hand, which is it looks like a hand that has the fingers in the middle, but it has 2 thumbs each going the opposite direction.
So what's the origin of the ham's hand? Because it looks Indian.
Yep, you're right. So the idea behind the ham's a hand is that if it's up with the fingers up, it means protection, like we talked about earlier. And if it's down, it represents good luck and abundance. And you guys have it down for that reason, right?
And because it looks like a jellyfish, but
Yep. Yep. But it is a palm-shaped amulet popular throughout the Middle East and North Africa. It can be used in a lot of jewelry or wall hangings or that kind of thing.
all right. So for us, we hung it up. Beyond the fact that the world's fallen to hell, good things happen. But let's go back to the other, which is the
When we first got our office, Ryan gifted us with this beautiful little stone frog. And
it's green.
it's
and
green. It has some carvings of flowers in it. And we didn't know anything about it other than it was a little stone frog. So, Ryan, tell us what this is.
So, well, did you remember what I told you to do with it?
And
Yes,
we have stories behind that. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, sure. Okay. So, the idea behind the frog is it can thrive both on water and land. And what that basically means is you can navigate through any obstacle that is faced. It's abundance, it's good luck, it's the idea. A lot of the Chinese culture or Asian culture believes in the frog as a good luck symbol, one of prosperity, one of vitality in your business or in your home. So when you guys were starting your new place, I figured those are the kind of things you want: creativity, innovation, the ability to overcome obstacles, prosperity, cohesion between the 2 of you and whoever else. So that's why I gave that to you guys.
And one other thing that you told us was basically that whatever kind of offerings we made it,
Oh, yep.
that we put in front of it, would
Come true.
bring in abundance. So on just a little post-it note, we wrote happy clients, creative ideas, new growth in the business, and then folded that up, put it down there, and then we put just a little bit of money in front of it.
Couple
'Cause-
coins, yeah.
Well, it was originally a couple quarters for a long time, and then I put $1 in front of it, and then we got 3 new clients in 1 week. So
He likes the money.
Yeah, it was actually to the point where it was a little overwhelming.
yeah,
but-
it was like we,
So
we
you
should,
take
we
it
should
back and
probably
put 50
take,
cents?
Take
Yeah,
some of
like,
that
slow
out.
I
down.
need change.
Yeah, yeah. That's a little too abundant, Frog.
But on the bottom, we named her Rain
Perfect.
But
because
spelled-
it's basically Ryan with the A and the Y
Oh, thank you.
transposed. So we named her for you. But it's protector of Sinestre and bringer of success and prosperity. So
Well, thank you.
And so far
That's
doing a
amazing.
killer
guys,
job.
on the bottom.
I like that you use green tape.
Well, I
That
had
makes-
to.
That makes me feel good.
So with that charm or curse or whatever it was, is there anything that you feel like if somebody came in and they said, like I walked into your store tomorrow and I go, hey, listen, I really hate my ex-girlfriend. I want to put a curse on her.
Okay.
What would you sell me?
Okay. Well, that's a loaded question. Because, yes, there are things in the shop.
I'm in a hurry. I got 5 minutes. Give me something right now.
I need a quick
and I gotta
curse.
go. I got a real quick curse.
Can I get my curse to go?
I got a flight to catch. So hurry, sell me something. What would you sell me?
Well, if I was going to sell you anything, here's the thing. Well, let me ask you this. The first question I'd have to ask is this curse worth it? Right? Is it something that you're willing to put the energy out there?
Well, you know my ex. So,
Okay, so, you mean from your point of view?
from my point of view,
Oh, my God.
So we're talking about
you'd
car
sell me.
breaking down
So
curse.
Ryan would sell me the whole goddamn store. All right, so
I hope
okay,
you
no,
get VD curse.
I'm not.
Get it.
I'm a stranger. I'm a stranger, and you ask me, is it worth it? And I go, yeah, it's worth it. All right, so now.
So my thing is, I always like to stay on the positive side of aspects on this, so I'd more likely help you deal with something that benefits you without taking or hexing her. But there are things and examples in the shop. I mean, there are herbs in the shop that you can do dark things with if your intention is there. Like, for example, we have they're called a 15-day jar candle, which is a pillar candle that has an image on the front, and one of them is black chicken. And black chickens are both used for hexing and the removal of hexing. So based off what your intention would be, I'd sell you that candle, a couple different herbs, and send you on your way.
So, like, a really rudimentary view of that would be like people come into you with different wants and needs, and you essentially sell them. You're like a car salesman, and you sell them the different cars that they're looking for as vehicles to get to different places, and you're not going to tell them where they're going. They're pretty much going to get there on their own. You're just going to give them the most efficient vehicle to get there.
What's it going to take to put you in this curse today?
Look, I know you really want that, but this one's going to get you a lot more traction.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you could do a lot of harm to someone if you wanted to based off your intention, but
And all
I
those
mean-
tools are in your shop. You can do one thing or the other. It really just
Right.
depends on where you want to take that vehicle that you're going to sell them, right?
right, it's all about intention. Like, there are herbs that mean one thing if used one way and another thing if used something else, right? Because each thing has dichotomy and has a spectrum, right? And it's about your intention versus my intention versus someone else's intention on how you use them.
Is that the difference between that and, like, say, these Curios, which have a set meaning?
Yes.
All right, how about this? I walk in and I go, hey, I got this new girlfriend, and things are going pretty well, and I don't want to screw it up. So will you sell me a good luck charm? And what would you do then?
Well, when you say, because you're teetering on the aspect, both, okay, it's weird, but you've asked me two questions resulting in the domination of someone else.
Well, no, I want good. I want good luck for me.
Okay.
Listen, I want my ex-girlfriend to die in a fire, but now it's just I want good things. Hey, listen, I got a new job coming up. I just met this girl. I just bought a new dog, and I bought a new car. And I want good things to happen to me. I want good things.
So
So
you're
I
asking,
would-
like, the continuation of this good luck.
Yeah, I would sell you a road opener, kind of like High John the Conqueror, which is that root there, that helps you overcome obstacles, stay lucky and abundant, and
Wait, which
provide
one
you with
of
that
this?
sexual
The one I
power.
licked.
Oh, the old man testicles. Okay,
Yeah.
go. The smoky testicles.
The mummy nut.
Mummy nut. Yes, mummy smoked nuts.
So mesquite.
Yeah. I still taste the good
They're
fortune.
gluten-free. Gluten-free mummy nuts. All right.
That's what I would sell. Plus,
And you sell that.
we do. Yeah.
What? Okay, so how do you use this?
So typically that's carried in a mojo bag.
Okay.
Now
That's right.
you can put oil on it. We do have different types of oil, like a road opener oil, manifest oil, a rotaze oil, which is like a love, like attraction oil. And what you would do is you would put that into a container, put the oil on top of it, and then you anoint yourself with the oil. Like a really popular gambler's charm is one of those High John Conqueror root, a lucky hand root, and a 5-finger grass. And you put that in an oil, and when you rub your hands with it, it's said to bring you amazing luck. So a lot of old voodoo card players would put that on and then go out and play cards and win tons and tons and tons of money.
And do you sell this at your store?
I do. Oh, if you want abundance, I can hook you up. Like, that's one of the things that we deal with a lot is purification, protection, abundance, and removal.
Did you say attraction oil though? Did
Yep.
you? What's attraction oil?
Love
It's-
potion number 5, or is it
Is that what it is?
nine?
Number 9.
9. Well,
Number 8 didn't
discounted is
work.
number 5.
And number 7 was recalled. It had asbestos in it.
Yeah.
So attraction oil, is that a thing? Like if I put attraction oil on and I walk through the mall, like in a tank top, girls are going to be like, ooh la la.
So attraction oil does 3 different things. One, if you have an intention towards something, like I want to bring positive energy to me, it attracts those things to you. It also can create an aura of attraction where, like, let's say you wore it and went to the mall in your tank top, people would look at you, right?
Yeah,
And
they
then the
would.
third,
Oh yeah, they would.
hey, I didn't say in a good way. I just said that it would
They'd
bring
They'd
you
look.
that
I didn't say in a good
attention.
way either. I'm
Attract
just saying
attention,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, people would
And then
look.
the third way is if you have, let's say, a blessed object here and you want to bless a similar object, dressing them both in that same oil will bring the attractive energy to each other.
So what do I use if I just want people to like me, like chicks to like me? What would I use?
I would use road opener.
Deodorant.
This sounds like Roto-Rooter.
Cologne.
So
It's called a
in
roofie.
Cologne,
Yeah,
what?
a roofie. All right,
Ooh, that got dark.
Working on your personality would be a good one.
this might be one too.
Man, I don't know which one of
Lady,
these.
But typically I would use a road opener, a manifest oil, and probably an attraction oil.
All right.
Which one of these damn things on the table is causing me to have this hellacious leg cramp at the moment?
Probably.
I think it's the cheeseburger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it might have been the food you ate this whole time.
I was going to say that penis because you're envious.
Right, yeah.
You've been
It's
trying to
been
make it
staring
happen.
at me this whole time. Honestly, of all the things on the table, the 2 eyes, like these, what did you say they were?
Shiva eye.
Shiva
agate.
eyes. Amulets? No,
Agate.
agates?
Mm-hmm.
They're, I don't know. They're the ones that stand out to me the most of everything.
It's because they look like eyes.
Yeah, like they're watching you all the time.
Oh man, I don't know if I have a favorite. I love them all.
The snake's not your favorite?
I have
You
so many
pat-
favorites.
You practically put that in your pocket.
I know. I love the snake, and I love the turkey leg, and I love the sacred heart.
You
and I
love the turkey leg.
I do. And then I love the pyrite skull too.
Yeah.
But like I
You
am
have
all-
a fondness for those.
I very much do have a fondness for them.
The Snapdragon.
But if
They're cool though.
if we basically got to take one thing away and keep it from this tonight, not that we can, because part of it's your collection, but if this was just kind of like you get to keep one thing, I would have a really, really hard time deciding.
Okay.
But for some reason, I'm really, really drawn to the horseshoe, the very first thing that we talked about. And I think part of it's the history behind
Yeah.
it, because
that's super cool.
it's so much more than just one item that belonged to one person. It was something that meant something to a number of
like
people.
communal luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
there's
that
something
one-
really fascinating about that.
That one we keep at the shop, typically by the register.
So, would you think that Curios have more, I don't know, would you say power if there's more people believing in them?
Oh,
If
everything
they're-
does. The
yeah.
more the people believe in it, the stronger it becomes.
Except for rabbit's feet, right? Because nobody believes that they're, or it is because that nobody believes
Oh,
they're
I
lucky
think there's
that
some
they're not
people that
actually
still
lucky. Do you think they're
believe.
lucky?
Well, it's,
No,
it's kind of
no.
like four-leaf clovers, where basically it's a mutation.
It's like the idea is, listen. Listen. If I'm walking down the street and I find a four-leaf clover, okay, and then 2 days later, like I get a lottery ticket and I win $25. It's up to me if I want to say, well, it's related to the four-leaf clover, or it's just I would have got it anyway. Like it's how you look at it.
Right.
You know, when you say, and that's a lot with the superstitious stuff too. When again, like I wore gold socks, and then this thing happened to us that like was gold related.
Well, I mean, just
And
depends, that's your perception.
I could ignore it. I could go
Yeah.
like and just throw my socks away because my toe poked out of them. Or I actually in my head could say, well, I wore gold socks today and I was going to throw them away, but today I got this little gold thing, so screw it. So it's really just how you want to perceive any of that
Well,
stuff.
right.
So a rabbit's foot, if it makes you feel better, then it's doing its job. If you think that if you're going to attach that to the fact that something good happened to you, then that's a rabbit's foot, and it's going to make you feel better about it. And then maybe you'll walk a little taller when you're carrying one because you think, well, something good happened to me, and more stuff will happen because I have this rabbit's foot. It's just the same thing with from a cookie or a horoscope. You know, a Chinese fortune cookie or horoscope. You're going to read it and portray it or relate whatever. That's it.
Like
That's all
it's
I
a
have.
precognition.
I stopped
thing.
using words just now.
You're
so
kind of talking like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Self-fulfilling
but for an
prophecy, yeah,
intention.
because you have precognition of it, and then you
Well,
pretty
and
much
it's
steer
like,
yourself.
hey, if,
yeah.
you know,
So we're 90 minutes in.
Okay.
So we're gonna end this one out. And I don't know.
Did you ever say which one was your favorite besides the horseshoe?
It's not the prune face.
It's the nanny one, yeah.
Hey, that's my favorite.
I know mine's the devout trout. That's my favorite. Although I do love the pyrite skull. There will be pictures. By the way, you guys have to go to our Facebook page or Instagram.
Yes,
We'll have pictures.
I
of
took
all this.
pictures of all of the items so that you can see what we're referencing. And then I took a nice little group picture at the end if you just want to look at that one picture and just kind of figure out what we're trying to explain.
Guess which one I licked?
All of them.
I licked them all.
So I know a lot of this was going to kind of. I'm sorry, you were going to
No,
say.
well, I was going to say, like, Tom, do you have a favorite? If there was one thing that really just stands out to you, what's your favorite?
Like I said, like strikingly, the Shiva eyes. I like the prune head nanny thing, and the fact that it is possibly 150 years old is really, really cool. Like it's the most historically cool thing. Visually, though, I like the Sacred Heart. It's just kind of rock and roll.
So these things are. I mean, they're all pretty freaking cool, and if they're related at all to the fact that they're good luck charms and things like that. When people say like, "Oh, if you buy this or burn sage or any of this is going to make this virus go away or any of that."
Well, you know what's really funny that you said that, because sage, when burnt, actually does remove bacteria from the air. It does. Science. Look it up.
Not real science.
No, I'm serious.
We
Like-
did look it up.
No, you didn't. It's real science.
So it actually cleanses.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a bit of a nightmare, because one of the things I originally wanted to talk about was like mysterious plagues and stuff like that. And we're going to end it with this. Are you guys familiar with the Coro epidemic of 1967?
The what?
Coro?
Coro. It's Koro, and you guys need to look this up. And I'm going to tell you what happened in 1967. There was a thing where people, mostly men under the age of 20, started having this thing happen. And basically it was the shrinking of their penis and their nipples and their vulva. And it was in Singapore. And they were trying to say that it was a vaccine that was put like in food.
What?
But it gets they said like pork. It had like a swine flu type thing. But the other thing is basically men's their penises were retracting so much inside of them that they were dying. This is
What?
a true thing. Yeah.
It's a delusional disorder.
No. It says like boys under the age of 20, and there's a phenomenon. And this is a true thing. They were being rushed to the hospital, but like their penises being like holding on to them or like tying them down with rubber bands, because this is a thing where people were dying. It's an unknown epidemic, and this is one of the things you think I'm kidding? Look it up.
I'm
You had
reading
your
it. It's a psychiatric disorder.
No, it's not. It's a thing.
Characterized in typical form by acute and intense anxiety, where complaints of men of a shrinking penis or fear of its retraction into the abdomen and result in death.
Look, all I want to know is there a cure, Dad?
Yeah.
Now you guys are freaking out.
Freaking me out.
You're like, is it cold in here? Or do I have Coro? Like, what's going on in here? People were dying from it. It was a thing.
Case 1. A 40-year-old fisherman presented in the emergency room with a burning pain in the root of his penis, which radiated to the front of the trunk. He was complaining of shrinking of his penis towards the abdomen with a persistent sensation and strain. He also described depressive symptoms for the last 3 months.
Well, yeah.
I'd be depressed with my penis, yeah.
He said that the symptom was some kind of virus that lived in his penis for 18 years after intercourse with a prostitute.
That dirty, dirty prostitute. Giving me viruses.
He was repeatedly examined by urologists and had blood work done and showed no signs of any organic disease.
But there was more.
Mm-hmm.
He had been hospitalized recently in a neurology and urology department where no disease was found after scrutinous examination, including a computed tomography scan of the abdomen, pelvis, and penis. The patient was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and because of that, he was going through all this stuff.
Look, sir, we'd scan your penis, but I can't find it. It was
But
here last week.
but there have been times that people talk about Coro type symptoms. Like there's a thing. It's like it's happening with other people. It's not. You think it's. You're talking about one case. Go deep. Search. There's other cases.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
That'll be for another show, considering we're
Organ memory?
that far in. Yes.
Do
We were talking about
do you
organ
remember
memory.
That far
Do
in?
you remember when I was bigger?
Was that a terrible underlying joke that far in when you're talking about
I think we're going to
Coro?
talk more about the Coro.
So far in, it's going to kill you.
But yeah, epidemics and the fear. And just think how much toilet paper was bought then when your penis was
Well,
getting
that kind
small.
of sounds like intern syndrome, too, right?
What's that?
Intern syndrome is where people who are studying to be doctors are reading about all these diseases, and every symptom they have become correlated to that disease.
That's like people going WebMD. Like
Yeah,
WebMD
That's
told
exactly
me,
what it is.
like
It's
basically,
like saying,
Basically,
I
if
put
you
my
have a runny nose, you're dying of cancer.
I go
if
on-
you cut your finger,
yeah.
you're dying of cancer.
I go on WebMD and it's like you died 2 years ago. That's what I'm told. So
well,
If you
basically,
stubbed your toe, then your penis is becoming inverted.
exactly. Coro, you're dying. It's cold in here. Turn your heat up. I don't know. All right. Well, Ryan, I got to thank you for bringing all this stuff
yeah,
in.
this has
Yeah,
been
this is all pretty
fun
cool
and
stuff.
entertaining, and
Tell us where everybody can come and find all these items.
yeah, over at Alter Egos at 1528 South Vista Avenue, Boise, Idaho.
Check it out. It's a cool store.
It is a cool
It
store.
is. It's really
It's a
cool.
great store. I love going in
It's
there.
their new space. It's bigger and beautifuler.
Twice
and
as big now?
More
Twice as
fuller of
3,000
greater.
square feet.
It's not the size,
Thinners.
though. We say that to make Tom
Good or
feel better.
better.
Yes.
But that's
more good or better.
good.
Yeah, we have a lot of handmade items. About 85 to 90% of the stuff in the shop's handmade. Soaps, body products, herbs, hoodoo products, voodoo, tarot cards, everything that you could want.
So shop local. Support your local economy.
Or if you don't, or go to your Facebook page
Yeah.
and find you. Well, if somebody's over
Yeah,
in
if
like
you're not
Baltimore,
local, then
we
just
can't say like.
support small businesses.
Well, we will ship.
Yeah. Look them up on Facebook or whatever.
And then if you want to see all the stuff we were talking about, we're gonna have the Facebook page, and I am getting the website back up because I broke it. I started rebuilding it, and I just got busy. It'll be up this week because we have a lot of pictures to put on. Or go to our Instagram. Go to
This is for
Ghostumentary.
abundance in our website, Bill.
He just handed him the little penis.
Yeah, that wasn't cool. This is officially like our longest podcast ever.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was a fun
super
one.
long. It was a fun one because we saw turn the little old lady around. It's just
It's freaking you
freaking
out.
me the fuck out.
You know what? Later
That's
on,
disapproving.
take a picture and then text Bill in the middle of the night.
Would you keep that in your shop?
I keep her right behind the register so she watches the entire store.
They did a great job of carving disapproval in her face.
Yes.
It's
I
seriously
think that
like
was just the prune that they put glasses on.
it's wrong. If they didn't carve that,
They don't think
then
they
it's
carved
haunted. Then it's for sure. I swear to God, if they didn't carve that in that face, it's haunted for sure.
Did it actually assume the soul of
Just
some
molded.
person?
No, if they didn't carve it.
No.
Oh, BS.
I mean, it's molded.
Bullshit.
All they did was put a little lipstick on
Nope.
her.
No. That's if that then it's haunted for sure, and get it out of our office right now. Then it's haunted.
All
Don't.
right. Well, we're gonna get all of this stuff up so you guys can see all the pictures. You can hear all of the interesting things, and
If you have any questions about any of the items, too, reach out.
yeah.
Hey, and
exactly.
also if this is still going on, the whole coronavirus, stay inside, be smart, just educate yourself.
wash your hands.
Wash your hands a lot, especially if you touch that old lady that Taylor's touching right now. That's just freaking gross. Don't pet it. It's disgusting. just wash your hands a ton. Be smart. Just stay
Lick more
indoors. If you don't
things,
have to.
develop
Don't buy
immunities.
don't buy 800 things of toilet paper because you probably have no place to store them.
And
Cool thing.
also,
And support
there are
local
other people that need
businesses.
these things
Hey,
too.
listen, there's places right now that you can't go in there and eat, but you can buy food from them. You can just like pick up and do orders and stuff like that. So just be smart. We're all going to get through this. And with that, does anybody
Except for
else have anything else? Ryan will never. He won't get through. Well, no, he's got all these little trinkets to keep him alive. He's got
the
the
Egyptian mummy testicle.
yeah.
None of
he's
these were
gonna
to
be
save you from death.
fine.
One of them was actually to help you pass through easier.
Yeah. Was any wait? Was any of these real quick? Nothing was a curse, was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
You tell me tomorrow.
yeah. I'll find out when I wake up and I'm
Kiss
like,
Mama Prune and find out.
nope, ain't gonna do it.
If Tom wakes up with strange, like alien turkey lice, then we'll know.
I'll tell you if I wake up and anything looks like this.
He might have some weird sores on the corner of his mouth from
Yeah.
licking
That happens
the
every 4
mesquite
months.
butthole, but
Every time he comes on vacation, he comes back with a cold sore. He's like, I don't know where it came from.
It's mummy syphilis, guys.
All right, with that, I guess everybody else just say goodnight.
good
Night.
night.
Good night.
Thanks.